Now let's go and do a little bit of a speed test between them to see which one is the faster one. Now the iPhone 11 has that Apple A13 Bionic chip, hex-core CPU with 4 gigs of RAM on each model, where the Pixel 5 on the other hand has that Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G chipset, an octa-core CPU, an Adreno 620 GPU, and 8 gigs of RAM on the single model that support it. So let's go and see which one is the faster phone between these two. Okay, let's go and clear out on all the apps in the background. Now unfortunately, I guess I didn't clear out of all of them on the iPhone 11. And on the Pixel, I guess we have to do this weird thing again. Okay, we're all loaded. We can do phone calls. 3, 2, 1. And I think the iPhone 11 was faster there. Now, animations wise, you guys might be able to see a little bit of a difference. There's a little bit more haptics going on the Pixel 5. I don't know why that's going on. We can go and do their designated app stores. 3, 2, 1. And I guess you could see right there too. We had a little bit of a pop-up here, but scrolling speeds. This is really surprising. Even though you have that 90 Hz refresh rate on the Pixel 5, for some reason it's like a little bit more glitchier than the iPhone 11. I was expecting it to be faster or smoother on the Pixel 5. It's definitely not the case. The iPhone 11 is definitely the smoother one. Even though it mostly has to do with chipset, that's still a very cool thing to note. Now I have a ton of these apps that we can go and test through. We can do Fruit Ninja. 3, 2, 1. I may have to go and reset these in some fashion. Oh, probably not. As you can see, the iPhone 11 was that much faster. For some reason, Pixel 5 keeps crashing on Fruit Ninja. Well, I don't have no idea how to explain it. We do thank you. 3, 2, 1. And actually, the animation was smoother there on the Pixel 5. It was still smoother, I think, on the iPhone 11, but it was smoother than a lot of other Android devices on the Pixel 5. Scrolling through in this game, you can see it's about the same. I don't really think it was that big of a difference between them. It's a pretty basic game. And again, getting into this specific multitasking panel, they both are about the same too. So I did Netflix, but I screwed it up. Let's do Quizlet. 3, 2, 1. And the Pixel 5 was actually much faster there. That was like instantaneous. BOFA. 3, 2, 1. Okay, Pixel 5 was like really, really fast. The iPhone 11 was a little bit behind it. We do Temple Run 2. 3, 2, 1. And a little bit of a pop-up here, but we'll kind of add that, factor it in. I think honestly without that pop-up there, they would have been almost identically the same. So even though the Pixel 5 is a little bit ahead, you do have to factor in that notification that came up, and I honestly think the iPhone 11 and Pixel 5 were going to be about the same. So about neck and neck there as well. And scrolling through, you guys can see they're going to be about the same. It's not going to be that big of a difference in this specific game. You can do Twitter. 3, 2, 1. Okay, they both were almost identical. You can do Stack. 3, 2, 1. Now we'll just wait until we get into the advertisements of both of these. That's usually what I do. And they both, again, were almost identical. That's super surprising to me. You can do Snake versus Blocks. 3, 2, 1. And the Pixel 5, I think, was a little bit faster there. The iPhone 11 was still pretty good for sure, but definitely the Pixel 5 was the faster one there. And scrolling through, I mean, again, this is a pretty basic game, but even then, the iPhone 11 was glitching up a little bit. The Pixel 5 didn't seem to be glitching up too much, but maybe it did. We can go and end it off with the Road Racing 3. 3, 2, 1. Now, hopefully I don't have to download on either one of these devices because, again, that's going to be so annoying and I always have to go through it. A little bit of glitchiness going on the iPhone 11. Seemed like we got into that download panel again. And the Pixel 5, it's like stuck on this panel, which I don't know why it is. Okay, maybe I should touch both of them. And it seems to be that both of them are loaded or loading. And I think the Pixel 5 was the faster one, even though it was kind of showing me a black screen in the beginning with. I think the iPhone 11 will show us eventually, and we are into it eventually on the iPhone 11. So a couple of differences right there. I don't know which one was the complete faster one every single time. That one was still super surprising to me, I would say. If I had to pick one based on performance, I really don't know. I don't think one was the way faster one every single time. They both were kind of neck and neck in a lot of different areas. I think the Pixel 5 was smooth in some areas too. The iPhone 11 was smooth in some areas too. Like I said, I don't know if I would necessarily pick one based on performance, but maybe the iPhone 11, I think it probably was the more consistent, smoother one, maybe at the end of the day. Maybe that's how I would put it, but I still think the Pixel 5 is still extremely fast. So in terms of performance, that pretty much covers it up.